Hey everybody, it's me, Crazy Frankie, and like to welcome you to my Week 2 4 key game picks. Now, before I get into my Week 2 key game picks, I wanted to talk a little bit about what happened in Week 1. And my thoughts about Week 1, well, like any typical opening day in the NFL, we all want to see which NFL teams would come up with maybe a surprise, or or teams that we expect them to be good ended up winning, or shockers or anything. Well, let's just say probably the only shocker of Week 1, obviously actually two shockers, I will say two, was the Cowboys going into MetLife Stadium and beating the Giants. Now, really, I didn't expect. I didn't expect the Cowboys to go into MetLife Stadium to beat the Giants. I mean, if you looked at my picks from Week 1, I mean, I did pick the Giants to beat them, but like I said before the season started, Tony Romo's going to have to put up or shut up if he wants to shut up all the critics. Because I don't know if I still want to believe in this Cowboys team yet. But really, if you're a Giants fan, though, I mean, your defense, I think, has got to be a big concern right now, because you guys gave up a good amount of points to the Cowboys, and a lot of it was due to the run. So if you're a Giants fan, I wouldn't be too discouraged right now, but I would say maybe be a little bit worried about your defense, but I think they'll quickly pick it up. I don't really think the Giants are gonna falter this badly, so I really wouldn't expect much out of that. And the Redskins, RG3 in his first start, going into the Superdome in New Orleans and beating the Saints. That really, I didn't expect that coming. He was magnificent, and really the Saints defense had no answer for him. And offensively, there's no doubt about it. They are missing Sean Payton. It's really hurting. Sean Payton is the mastermind of their offense, and without him being there on the sidelines for the entire year, it's really going to hurt the team. I mean, even before the season started, I did say that without that offensive weaponry, it's going to be hard for the Saints to even possibly get a playoff spot if they're going to play like this. And that, to me, didn't surprise me one bit. But I would have thought for sure, with a rookie quarterback that the Redskins had, I would have thought that the Saints would have easily won this game, but hey, I was wrong. And how about the 49ers going into Lambeau Field to beat the Packers? The 49ers defense looks good. Give them a lot of credit. They really, really put a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers all game long. And how about David Akers and that 63-yard field goal he made before halftime of that game? That was impressive. I got to give him a lot of credit for that one. He ties the records from Sebastian Janikowski, and if anybody can help me out, I forgot who was that Saints kicker that did it once. And also, I forgot to mention Jason Elam also did that once before with the Broncos. I know I'm a football guru. I should know who that Saints kicker is. But forgive me on that. If anybody wants to comment on that, feel free to. And my little bit of quick thoughts on the NFL replacement referees. Well, obviously in Week 1 they did a pretty decent job, but I thought in two games, Cardinals and the Seahawks, I thought to me they did screw up with the timeout issue towards the end of the game. And also in the 49ers-Packers game, when there was an illegal block on the back that technically should have been called, but it was not. And really, right now, from what the NFL is saying, is that we're going to be expecting replacement refs for the next 5 weeks. Who knows if the NFL Referees Association and the league itself will get a deal done. Hopefully they do, because I think, to me, this could be a problem. This is going to be a major problem all year long for the league if there's more screw-ups that could be very costly to a lot of teams. But anyways, enough about Week 1. Let's get into Week 2. My 4 key games for Week 2. Here we go. The first one, obviously, it's going to be the Packers and the Bears, the oldest rivalry in the NFL. This is going to be real quick on my thoughts, really. I mean, the Bears, well, they put up 41 points over the Colts, but come on. The Colts had a rookie quarterback in Andrew Luck, and I didn't expect much from the Colts. But if you're a Bears fan, and the Bears need to bring it in this game, because the Packers right now, with the first loss of the year over the Niners, the Packers, they're definitely going to be ready for this game. And if you're a Bears fan, you want to stop any momentum that the Packers may have in this game. But I just don't see it. I don't know what kind of Jay Cutler we're going to see in this game. The Packers defense, I think, will be ready. Remember, the Bears defensively, they're struggling, and Brian Urlacher's health is a question. I got to go with the Packers here. But it's going to be a close game. It's going to be a much closer game than people will think. But I just think the Packers have a little bit too much offensively, and if the Bears defense can't keep up, Aaron Rodgers is going to tear them up all game long. Second game is the Ravens and the Eagles. Now, the Eagles, I can't explain what happened to them in Week 1 against the Browns. They have a lot of struggles ahead. Michael Vick was terrible in that game. And against a very good Baltimore team, I don't know if I want to pick the Eagles in this one, because really the Ravens really teared up the Bengals in Week 1. So this is going to be another quick one here. So I'm going to say the Ravens over the Eagles. If the Eagles don't solve their issues, the Ravens are going to tear them up all game long, and I just don't see the Eagles doing that much. I mean, if I continue to see more struggles out of that team, then there's going to be big questions in the media regarding Andy Reid, and who knows what is going to occur after that. So, Ravens over the Eagles. Game number 3, the Sunday night game, the 49ers and the Detroit Lions. The Niners, it's their first home game of the year, and who can recall last year's little confrontation between Schwartz and Harbaugh? Oh man, it looked like they were about to ready to go to war on that. That was just something last year. But believe me, these two teams, after that confrontation last year with the coaches, I think this is going to be it's going to get them fired up big time. No question that there's a little bit of hatred going on between these two teams. The Lions are getting a little bit better, but the 49ers defense was impressive against the Packers in Week 1, and it's not going to make much of a difference here. I don't think the Lions have enough. The Niners, offensively, with Frank Gore had a great rushing day in Week 1. So I would say with the 49ers' improved defense and all that, they're going to smack around Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson all game long. Don't be shocked if it's a blowout. So I'm going to go with the 49ers over the Lions. And my final 4 key game pick is my upset pick here. It's going to be the Falcons and the Broncos. Now, the Falcons were very good, very, very good offensively. They destroyed the Chiefs last week. And, well, then again, the Chiefs aren't that good. They're banged up. They're banged up even before the season started. But this will be a much closer game. I expect it to be, because after Peyton Manning's impressive debut as the Broncos quarterback over the Steelers, offensively they're pretty good. But I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here. Falcons look good offensively. Defensively, they were pretty good too. I'm going to say the Falcons beat the Broncos here. Well, the Falcons are at home, so it kind of does get in a little bit of a sense here that where I'm going in my pick here. But expect this to be a very tight game. This will not be a blowout. I guarantee you, between Matt Ryan and Peyton Manning, it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be quite a shootout. Should be a good one. But I'm going to say the Atlanta Falcons, they are a slight underdog from what I read in the Vegas odds. I'm gonna go with the Falcons here. I like their offense, looks good. It'll be a much closer game. Let's just see if Peyton Manning and the Broncos can keep up. But for some reason, I see the Falcons winning this one. But it should be a close game, and should be a shootout as well. Okay, that's it, everybody. Hope everybody takes a look at my blog. All of my Week 2 picks will be posted up there shortly. And for now, take care, and I will see you next week as I make my 4 key game picks for Week 3. For now, take care, and I'll see you next time.